Hey, what's going on? Travis here, trainaggressive.com, coming at you, and this is 15.2 breakdown, Crossfit Open, and wouldn't you know, they repeated last year's workout 14.2, which is basically an ascending kind of a rep scheme. You got to get 2 rounds done, 10 overhead squats, 10 chest to bar pull-ups. You got 3 minutes, and once you finish that work, you can rest the remaining amount of the 3 minutes, and then the next 3 minutes you go up by 2 reps, so that's 12 and 12, 2 sets of each, and then you go to 14, 16, 18, 20, keep on going until you can't get all the work done in the 3 minutes. Last year, from what I remember, this was a very painful workout. I believe I got into the round of 18 this year. Definitely going to be approaching it with a different strategy. Last year, I'll tell you right now, the biggest mistake I made that a lot of people made was they went way too fast. So the idea was to, you know, obviously for the first set, 10 and 10 isn't very tough, so 10 overhead squats, you can do that unbroken very easily. 10 chest to bar pull-ups, you can do that unbroken as well. So you get that done as fast as you can so you have longer rest, right? Well, what happens is that's going to catch up to you very, very quickly. Your heart rate's going to stay sky high, and obviously the density, the volume of the reps is going up, and so it's just going to catch you. So this year, my strategy for this, the attack plan, is to take it nice and easy, all right? And looking at these reps here, I'll kind of dig into it a little bit more, but breaking these up a lot more instead of trying to go unbroken and getting all the reps done very quickly so you have more rest. Instead, taking it nice and slow and just resting, during the work, so to speak. So you're working, resting, all right? So I'll kind of get into the pacing here a little bit more here in a second. I kind of wanted to just go over the 2 movements. So the first movement, overhead squat. I believe it's 95 pounds for the guys, 75, maybe 65 for the girls. Haven't checked, but overhead squat. Main thing on those, I would try to go with a little bit closer grip. That's going to save your shoulders. If you go super wide, it's going to really tax your shoulders quick. What I'm going to really be focusing in on this year versus last year, I went unbroken on all my overhead squats. Not this year, going to definitely break it up, because when you go unbroken, especially when you get into the 14, 16 rep rounds, you're going to be building a lot of lactic acid up in those shoulders. You're going to be really taxing those shoulders, holding that weight overhead. It's lightweight, but again, it's going to really add up over time. So what I would suggest doing is breaking your overhead squats up, maybe even early. So maybe even for the sets of 10, you do 5 reps, drop the bar into your back, rest a couple seconds, get it back up overhead, get the rest of your reps done. And then I'm not sure on the rules, if you could snatch balance, even better, because once you drop that bar down to your back, you can get a couple seconds rest. Boom, go right into a snatch balance, which would be the most efficient thing to do, but I'm not sure on the rules, so you've got to double check the rules. Obviously, the first rep, if you can snatch it, do a full snatch off the ground, that's going to be pretty efficient. However, if you're not, efficient at snatches and all that good stuff, I would just clean the bar up, put it on your back, get set, and go into your reps. But I would definitely break it up early, have that bar rested on your back, and then right here is basically just splitting everything into half. All right, so for the 10s, 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, 8 and 8, and then say you do make it to the round of 18, maybe breaking it up into 3 sets if you need to. Maybe you were breaking it up into 3 sets before that. Just, again, so you could save those shoulders and keep your heart rate kind of under control. All right, because when you start to do these bigger sets, boom, you're going to blow up the quads. The heart rate's going to be going through the roof. And so some different things you want to think about. Going on to the chest to bar pull-ups. Huge mistake that I made last year. Went unbroken, and then I started to break them up in the round of 14. By then, the lactic acid has built up, and you're just not going to get that endurance back that you would have if you break it up super early. So what I'm going to recommend, nothing over 5 reps for sure. What I'm going to be doing, probably for the first round, I'll go 5 and 5, and then once I get to 12s, I'm going to go 4, 4, 4. 14, I'll probably go 4, 4, 4, 2, and just break it up that way. 16s, 4, 4, 4s, you know, and then 18s, you know, just breaking it up as you need to, but nothing over 5. I would definitely not recommend anything over 5, like I said. You do a big set, yeah, maybe you get done very, very quickly, but again, that lactic acid is going to build up, your heart rate's going to be through the roof, and you know, it's going to add up, and it's going to tax you and wear you down. So I would definitely break it up early. Do not rip your hands, tape your hands if you need to. I got some natural grips, some gymnastics wraps. I would definitely recommend wearing those, because if you rip, you're pretty much screwed. But main thing on chest to bar is just slow and steady. So instead of getting done as fast as you can, you know, take it nice and easy, control that heart rate, and get the reps done that way. Overall, you got to pace this workout like crazy, all right? Pace like mad, all right? Again, it's all about controlling that heart rate, nice, slow, and steady. If you do get to the 18s, you know, try to stick with your game plan here with breaking things up. But the first 2 sets of 18 should go okay. But then if you get to those second 2 sets of 18, that's when you got to really kind of go for it. So that's for when you get there, though. So, but over here, I kind of have a little setup as far as pacing goes. So you're thinking you got 3 minutes to get all the work done. So you got to get two sets done. Overhead squats, chest to bar. So if you break that up into 4 pieces, you got 45 seconds. So you're basically just kind of going through the quadrant here, boom, boom. So 45 seconds each piece. So if you're looking at your overhead squats, so to do 10 overhead squats, you know, obviously it's not going to take 45 seconds. So for these first rounds, again, think about it. Get the bar up overhead, do half the reps, drop it down on your back, rest a couple seconds, get it back up overhead, finish your reps, and just focus in on that quadrant. So you got 45 seconds there, then you got 45 seconds for your chest to bar, and then you got 45 seconds for the second set, 45 seconds for the second set of chest to bar. So you can kind of break it up in that sense as far as the pacing goes, and I would try to stick to that as best you can. So you're going to get done with those overhead squats fairly quickly. Just relax, take it nice and slow. You know you got 45 seconds to finish that next set. So again, like I said, last year, totally opposite route of attacking this workout. I got into the round of 18s, but it hurt bad. I think approaching it a little bit slower could probably get into the round of the 20s. And that's just going to be by pacing yourself and reserving your energy for what's to come down the road. So hope this helps you out. Just like with anything, you got to go 110% ham with it and do your damn best. And here's to going ham, live and train aggressive. Travis, I'm out.